Figure it out yourself. That's what my wife yelled as she hit the gas and took off, leaving me standing in a parking lot in some small town far from home. Her sisters were in the back of the car, laughing like they just watched the best show ever. My name is Ben. I'm 34. I fix things for work. I'd been with my wife, Stephanie, for 8 years. We went up here for her cousin's wedding, just the four of us in her car, splitting everything. The whole way up, something was off. Stephanie kept sharing looks with her sisters in the mirror, whispering too. When I asked what was up, Stephanie just smiled and said, "Nothing, babe. Just girl stuff." I should have known. Stopped for gas. I went inside to grab coffee, used the bathroom. Came out and they were already in the car, engine running. Stephanie rolled down the window, that weird grin on her face. "Get in," I said, walking up. But no, she said, "We think you need to learn to be on your own. Figure things out for once." I just stared. Jessica leaned up. "Seriously, you follow Stephanie everywhere. Maybe this will help." Vanessa laughed and said, "Call it an adventure." I looked down, not even holding car keys. My truck was at home, parked in Denver. "Not funny," I said. "Enough." Stephanie went bigger with her smile. "It's not a joke, just a funny prank." "You're too serious." And then she shouted, "Figure it out yourself," and drove off fast. I watched taillights slip, away down the road, alone with my wallet and phone, and this feeling I was really alone. Cold wind hit, and I smelled snow coming. Figure it out yourself. That's what my wife yelled as she hit the gas and took off, leaving me standing in a parking lot in some small town far from home. Her sisters were in the back of the car, laughing like they just watched the best show ever. My name is Ben. I'm 34. I fix things for work. I'd been with my wife, Stephanie, for 8 years. We went up here for her cousin's wedding, just the four of us in her car, splitting everything. The whole way up, something was off. Stephanie kept sharing looks with her sisters in the mirror, whispering too. When I asked what was up, Stephanie just smiled and said, "Nothing, babe. Just girl stuff." I should have known. Stopped for gas. I went inside to grab coffee, used the bathroom. Came out and they were already in the car, engine running. Stephanie rolled down the window, that weird grin on her face. "Get in," I said, walking up. But no, she said, "We think you need to learn to be on your own. Figure things out for once." I just stared. Jessica leaned up. "Seriously, you follow Stephanie everywhere. Maybe this will help." Vanessa laughed and said, "Call it an adventure." I looked down, not even holding car keys. My truck was at home, parked in Denver. "Not funny," I said. "Enough." Stephanie went bigger with her smile. "It's not a joke, just a funny prank." "You're too serious." And then she shouted, "Figure it out yourself," and drove off fast. I watched taillights slip, away down the road, alone with my wallet and phone, and this feeling I was really alone. Cold wind hit, and I smelled snow coming. The bus got in at 8 a.m. I tried to act normal. Took a cab home. Stephanie's car gone. House empty just like before. I sat down and called in sick. Then started looking through Stephanie's things. Not mad, just needed to see who she really was. On her computer, she'd left open chats with her sisters. They'd been making fun of me for months, sharing things I said, pictures of me asleep, all with jokes. The part about Montana made my stomach hurt. Jessica, we should leave him and see how he gets home. Vanessa, yes, he can't do anything without Stephanie. Stephanie, you guys are terrible, but funny. The whole thing was planned. If I somehow beat them home? They laughed about that. Closed the computer, sat for a long time, packed a bag, and left. No note, no locked door, just like they'd left me. Drove to my brother's. Kevin, who'd never liked Stephanie, just gave me a drink and said, "How long you staying?" I shrugged, told him everything. The prank, the chats, all of it. Better off, Kevin said. Called my work. Got moved to a job near Kevin City. My phone started ringing. Stephanie, straight to voicemail. Her message, "Where are you? You just left. We need to talk." No sorry, No, I messed up. Just shock I'd vanished. She called again, blocked her. Jessica then tried. Blocked. Vanessa already had. And they used other numbers. Said I was overreacting. They wanted me home. Kevin came back from work. Stephanie's outside. Sure enough, her car was there. She came to the door, all worried. I met her in the hall. I want you to come home. Let's talk. I shook my head. Talk about leaving me alone. Planning for months with your sisters? Her face changed. No longer sweet now, mad. It was just a prank. You're making it a big thing. You left me. You laughed about it. You planned it, she said. You needed it. Too clingy. And there it was. The truth. We stood there, all quiet and cold, the lights buzzing above us. I saw the whole 8 years, and I knew I didn't know this person at all. I'm not coming home, I told her. Don't be crazy. You can't just leave over a joke. Watch. I turned, got in the elevator, left her talking to the walls. Next day, I got a text from a new number, Jessica. Stephanie's upset. Fix it. Kevin saw and said, change your number. So I did. 3 weeks later, new life. Work at the site by day. Help Kevin with his truck. Learning to just do stuff without checking with anybody. Found the small place. Just mine. I could pick dinner, pick shows, pick everything. For the first time in years, I felt like me. Then Mom called. Stephanie came by. She said you're having a breakdown, that you disappeared after a trip and won't answer. Mom liked Stephanie, thought she was good for me. It's not that, Mom. We're having problems. But I didn't want to go into details. Chats, the jokes, the cold way they treated me. No way to make that sound right. I told her I needed to think for a while. After, I realized Stephanie was still running the story, making me out as the one who left over nothing. I went to see a friend, Marcus, back in Denver. He heard about the split, only knew Stephanie's side. She seemed upset, said you took off after a fight. I told him everything. His face fell. That's messed up. Why would she do that? I said, pretty sure she wanted to hurt me, to remind me I didn't matter. Marcus was quiet, then said, at your wedding, every time you looked happy. Talking to old friends, she'd interrupt, pull you away. I remembered she always had to be in the middle. Always. That night, I drove by our old house. Her car there, lights on inside, saw her shadow in the window. Didn't stop, just kept going. Saw the house, saw my old life, realized I wasn't just leaving something bad, but heading towards something better. Over the next months, did what I should have done long ago. Opened my own account, took my money out, found a lawyer straightforward, lady named Patricia. She listened, then asked for proof. I showed her the calls, the messages, how they called my job, how Stephanie told my parents I'd lost my mind. Patricia said, we can use this. Colorado's no fault, but this shows a lot. Signed the papers. She said, don't answer any more calls, texts, or visits from them. And IDN single quotes T, that they can use anything you say to make you look angry or crazy. What if she comes to my work? Write it down. Call the police if you have to, but don't talk to her. That job at the hospital? Yeah, it was good. I got moved up. Now I was in charge of 5 guys. Work was steady, pay was fine, and as long as I showed up, no one asked about my life. I started school at night, taking some business classes, stuff I'd always wanted to learn. Just never had the time back when Stephanie and her sisters needed me for everything. For the first time in so long, I had time to think, to really look at what I wanted, not just jump every time someone else wanted something. 2 months after I said I wanted the divorce, Kevin called me at work. That lawyer wants to talk, man, says it's big. I met Patricia at her place that day. She had a lot of papers and looked like she was happy about something. Your wife's been busy, she said. Hired her own lawyer. Now they're saying you left her and won't try to fix your marriage. Left for no reason. It's a reach, but they want to say you did it on purpose just to hurt her. They also want the judge to give her more of the stuff. A bad feeling grew inside me. Even now, Stephanie was still trying to run the whole thing. But here's where it gets good, Patricia went on. I had someone check things out. Your wife's been telling people you were mean, even that she had to run away from you. Not true, and I can show it. The person found stuff online from that. Weekend, Pictures of them at some bar, writing about girls' night out, feeling free. She handed me pictures. Stephanie and her sisters were smiling, holding up drinks, all looking like they were having fun. Same night, they left me at that gas station. This ends their story, said Patricia. They can't say they're scared of you if they're partying right after. I kept looking at those pictures. In one, Jessica wore my favorite cap, left it in the car that night. There's more, Patricia added. The person found their text chats. Stephanie forgot to hide them. A whole pack of notes with stuff I'd seen on her computer, and tons I'd missed. Months of them making plans, laughing at me, placing bets on how soon I'd beg to come home. We respond tomorrow, Patricia said. Then this is done. The judge said court was set for Tuesday morning in March. I wore my best suit, same one I married in 8 years back. Stephanie sat with her lawyer, some sharp lawyer guy. She looked worn out, smaller. When she looked at me, she tried a smile, like we were still good. Her lawyer went first, said I was a crazy husband who left after some small fight, said I just took off, never called, and now wanted to get back at her for a little joke. He said, Your Honor, Mr. Thompson just wanted a way out. He left for no reason. Patricia stood up for me. She was cool, not worried. Judge, I want to show you some things that don't fit what they said. She handed over the copies, all the texts, posts, the mean stuff. Slowly, she showed the truth. Here are chats where they'd planned that joke for months. Here are the posts from when they left my guy, all smiles. And here's proof they kept bothering him after. He asked them to stop. The judge didn't say anything for a bit, just stared at all the papers. Stephanie's lawyer whispered to her, but fear showed on her face. Patricia went on. And Judge, she's been lying about my guy, telling stories about him to friends and family. That's not someone who cares. That's someone trying to hurt another. The judge looked up, face even but set. I give the divorce. Both sides split what they owned. Nobody gets money from the other. I find nothing in here to say Mr. Thompson did wrong or was mean. Stephanie tried to talk in the hall, but Patricia blocked her way. No, she said, strong. Order says no talking. I walked out, didn't look back. 3 years after that gas station in Montana, it was finally done. The classes were worth it. Half a year later, I started my own build company, Thompson Contracting. We did small jobs, bathrooms, fixing up decks. But people liked us. We showed up, did what we promised. Kevin was my first hire. Marcus came on once folks saw we were real, didn't cut corners. I bought a little house on the west side of town. Not big, but it had a garage for my tools and grass out back where I could stand and think. No talks about colors. No meetings over every little thing. About a year after the papers came in that made it all done, I ran into Marcus at the hardware store. Hear about Stephanie? He asked. I hadn't thought about her in forever. What about her? Divorced again. She married a guy from her job 6 months after you two were over. Lasted about a year. I got what I came for and walked on. Want to hear more? Marcus called. No, I said, and I meant it. After all that, Stephanie and her sisters got what they gave. Jessica lost her job when what she'd done to me made problems for her company. Vanessa tried to tell lies about me, but our friends saw through it. Stephanie's fast new marriage and fast new breakup made people talk. The same people she used to want to like her the most sometimes. You just have to learn things the hard way.